This here we will see what are the reversible and irreversible cells. So first of all, it is a reversible cell. So reversible cell. So what is reversible cell? Example, if you take zinc 2 plus salt bridge and copper 2 plus and copper. So here electricity is generated. Let us assume E cell is equals to x volt. So here some of the electricity is generated, that is x volt. X volts of electricity is generated. What is the meaning of this one? This is the beaker, two beakers. So one with filled with 1 molar zinc sulfate solution. So here it is a zinc sulfate, means zinc 2 plus SO4 2 minus. So here this is the zinc sulfate solution. There is a salt bridge between the two beakers, and here is the electrode with connected with some voltmeter. So this is the anode and this is the cathode. So anode means negative sign, cathode means positive signs, because in this is a copper rod, here it is zinc rod. So and in this there is a filling of some 1 molar of copper sulfate solution. So A B C, A means anode, B means bridge, which bridge it is, salt bridge, and C means cathode. So here it is cathode. So this is A, this is A, and this is B, and this is C. So anode half cell reaction and cathode half cell reaction. So we'll see how the electricity will pass here. So first of all, when the above cell is connected with a battery with a EMF electromotive force less than x volt. So then a spontaneous reaction takes place. So reaction takes place in the cell, and electric current flows from cell to battery. What is the meaning of this? If you take the here this two beaker, there is a salt bridge, and here you connected the battery. Let's assume here you connected the battery. So electrode potential, so some potential is generated due to the charged separation between the ions. So here some electrode potential is generated, that is x volt from the cell, and here it is battery also has some volt of potential. So this potential x volts of potential of cell is greater than the battery. Here when the above cell is connected with the battery with a electromotive force less than x volt. So less than x volt, that means battery's potential is down here, and here if you take the EMF of the battery, so here less than symbol like this will come there. That means here is the battery's potential is less than x volt. That means higher the potential of the cell and then lower the potential of the battery. So here current flows from high potential to low potential. That is a spontaneous low potential. So here if you see high potential, where it is high potential? Due to the cell. This is high potential to low potential battery. So here high potential to low potential, this reaction we call it as spontaneous reaction, spontaneous process. This process also we can say it as it is a spontaneous process. So from battery to here, battery to electricity, generated electricity is filling the battery. That means potential difference of the cell is greater than the battery. So here reactions at anode, what reaction is happen at anode is the zinc, here is the zinc sulfate solution, here is the copper sulfate solution, and here it is the zinc rod, and here it is copper rod. So zinc is going to be anode reaction. Anode means oxidation. So AO, oxidation will takes place. What is the oxidation? Loss of electrons will be oxidation. So zinc plus 2 electrons, here it is losing 2 electrons. So obviously what is the charge will get on the 2 plus, and on the zinc 2 plus. Next thing is, if you take the cathode, that means if you take the copper, is going to be copper is getting some 2 electrons, that means reduction is takes place and going to be copper 2 plus 2 electrons gives rise to copper. This is the reduction half cell. So reaction at cathode is this one. So net reaction is zinc plus copper 2 plus is going to be zinc 2 plus copper. This is the reaction, and this reaction is a spontaneous reaction, this is a spontaneous reaction. And B condition, in the above cell is connected with a battery with electromotive force greater than cell. So here simple it is, if I have a battery, this is battery and this is my cell. So this is my cell, this is battery. So which one have high voltage? So let us assume this is a 10 voltage, this is 1 voltage. So which one has high voltage? So battery has high voltage compared to the cell. So reaction will reverse reactions will take place, and this reaction is non-spontaneous. So the reaction, then a non-spontaneous reaction takes place. Non-spontaneous reaction takes place in the cell, and electric current flows from battery to cell. So which one is the anode here? Anode is copper and cathode is zinc. So obviously if you see the reaction at anode, is copper is going to be copper 2 plus 2 electrons, and reaction at cathode is zinc 2 plus 2 electrons gives rise to zinc, and net reaction is copper plus zinc 2 plus gives rise to copper 2 plus zinc, So irreversible reactions. So irreversible reactions. So if irreversible reaction, example, if you take zinc with H plus ions, and H plus ion is connected to the silver. That means E naught cell is equals to X volt. So here E naught cell is equals to X volt. That means if you take the condition number A, when the above cell is connected with a battery with EMF electromotive force less than X volts, then spontaneous reaction will occur. Then spontaneous reaction takes place in the cell, and electric current flows from cell to battery. That means zinc here anode, zinc is the anode, and silver is cathode. So reaction at anode, what is the reaction at, this is the anode A, B, and this is C. So reaction at anode, what will happen? Oxidation will take place anode. So zinc 2 plus 2 electrons here. Next reaction at cathode, here cathode H plus is there, protons are there, H plus 2 electrons gives rise to H2 gas, 2H plus 2 electrons gives rise to H2 gas. So net reaction will be 2 electron will get cancelled. So zinc plus 2H plus gives rise to zinc 2 plus H2. So this is the reaction where you studied in your class 10. That is if zinc rod immersed in HCl with HCl reaction with HCl, then it produces zinc 2 plus hydrogen gas or zinc chloride. This can give the zinc chloride and hydrogen gas. So this is the reaction you studied here. 2 zinc and 2 HCl you will take. So like that only here the reaction is zinc plus 2H plus gives rise to zinc 2 plus hydrogen H2 gas. Next thing is when I connected this, when the above cell, second case is when the above cell is connected with a battery with EMF with electromotive force is greater than, here underline this one, here it is less than, and here it is greater than a non-spontaneous reaction takes place. And in the cell electric current flows from battery to cell. So what is anode here? Anode is silver and cathode is zinc. So here reaction at anode, anode oxidation will takes place. So obviously zinc is going to be, here anode is silver, so silver is going to be 2 silver plus 2 electrons, 2 Ag. Next reaction at cathode is going to be 2H plus 2 electrons gives rise to H2 gas. So net reaction is two electrons get cancelled. So 2Ag plus 2H plus gives rise to 2Ag plus H2. So this reaction is 2 and here it is 1. So these both reactions are not equal to each other, so this is a irreversible reaction. So it is a irreversible reaction. Here spontaneous and non-spontaneous reactions are not equal. Here spontaneous reactions and non-spontaneous reactions are not reversible. So it is this cell, or the cell is irreversible cell. So it is a irreversible cell.